The phone buzzed once, then again, then it stopped. My wife's voice lingered in the back of my head, the same way a blade hums after it's been drawn, sharp, precise, final. "Don't come. You'll make it awkward." Our daughter agreed. "She deserves her day, Dad. Please don't ruin it." So I stayed home, alone, watching the rain slide down the window like a funeral procession for something already gone. I didn't even know what hurt more, the rejection or how easily they said it. At 8:17 p.m., the TV flickered with breaking news. A wedding, a brawl, guests screaming, cameras flashing, a white dress stained with red. Her face appeared for a moment, my daughter, clutching her cheek, mascara bleeding down her skin. Her groom hit her, right there, in front of everyone. I didn't move, I didn't speak. I just sat there as the laughter from her childhood echoed through my skull like a ghost refusing to leave. My wife called that night, her voice cracked. "Did you see the news?" I said nothing. She waited for forgiveness that never came. The next morning, I received a message from my daughter-in-law. "If you want to come for Thanksgiving," she wrote, "you can wash the dishes." A command, not an invitation. I stared at the message, at the casual cruelty tucked inside each word. They used to love my cooking. Now I was just a servant to their pity. It wasn't anger that filled me. It was something colder, like the quiet before a snowstorm. My wife had always said I was too proud, too stubborn. She called it toxic masculinity. I called it memory. I remembered every sacrifice, every late night building the business that now bore her name. Every time I said yes when I wanted to say no. They took everything, house, money, even my daughter's affection. But what they never understood was that I didn't fight for the things they saw. I fought for control. And I had just realized something. They still believed I had none left. I began to watch from a distance. My daughter moved back into her mother's house after the wedding collapsed. Her husband was arrested, then bailed out by his wealthy family. My wife comforted her, posting photos online of strong women standing together. There was no mention of me, not one. Silence can be a weapon, and I was sharpening mine. I went through the old files, bank records, joint accounts, trust documents, all the signatures I had written before the divorce. She thought she'd erased me from everything. She hadn't. One holding remained, an offshore investment I'd made 20 years ago under my grandfather's name, forgotten even by me until now. It had grown, quietly, exponentially, enough to buy back the house, twice, enough to walk away and never return. But walking away wasn't enough. No, I wanted them to see, to understand what it felt like to be dismissed, belittled, erased. I made calls, sold assets, bought new ones under a new name. Switzerland, Geneva, clean, cold, silent, perfect. Then I waited. 3 months later, my daughter-in-law called again. A holiday invitation, this time wrapped in fake politeness. "We'd love for you to join us," she said, "if you can help in the kitchen." The tone was syrupy, practiced. My wife in the background, whispering. I smiled. "Enjoy," I said. Then, that night, I posted photos. Marble floors, fireplace, alpine peaks through the glass. Caption, "Home for the winter." I didn't tag anyone. I didn't need to. By morning, I had 71 missed calls. My daughter, my wife, her friends, even my son-in-law's mother. The same people who once decided I was unnecessary now couldn't stop reaching for me. It was almost poetic. When my wife finally got through, her voice trembled. "You moved to Switzerland?" "Temporarily," I said. "Where did you get the money?" I didn't answer. She knew. Deep down, she knew she hadn't broken me. She'd only freed me. A week later, she came to see me. I didn't invite her, but she came anyway. Tears on her face, humility dripping like cheap perfume. "This isn't you," she said, stepping into the villa. I looked at her reflection in the glass wall, older, tired, still performing. "Maybe you never knew who I was." She laughed nervously. "You could have told me about this. We could have." "We? There's no we. You told me to stay away. I listened." She flinched. The truth hurt more than anything I could have said. "I made mistakes," she whispered, "but we're still family." I turned to her. "My family didn't want me at my daughter's wedding, or at Thanksgiving. They wanted my silence. They got it." Her lip trembled. "You're cruel." "No," I said quietly, "I'm consistent." I handed her a glass of wine. She didn't touch it. Instead, she looked around the villa, at everything she once thought I'd lost. It wasn't revenge. It was revelation. She finally saw the version of me she'd tried so hard to destroy, and realized she'd failed. That night, after she left, I stood on the balcony overlooking the mountains. The air was cold enough to numb my hands. Below me, the lights of the valley flickered like dying stars. Each one a reminder of everything that used to matter. My daughter sent a message later. "Dad, can we talk?" I read it, didn't reply. Silence, once again, said more than words ever could. People think revenge is about payback. It's not. It's about restoration, reclaiming the space they convinced you to abandon. I didn't need them to suffer. I just needed them to see me. And they did. For the first time, they finally looked. I poured another drink, set the phone face down, and let the snow fall quietly outside. Everything was white, clean, untouched, just the way I wanted it. End.